Hello everyone, I'm Landon Tucker, and you're watching a Magnolia charging video. Today, we're doing our first range test of a plug-in hybrid to see just how far one of these can actually go before you have to plug it in again or switch over to gasoline. Today, we're driving a Porsche Cayenne S E-Hybrid. This particular one is a 2016 model, but it should apply to all current Porsche Cayenne models because there hasn't been any significant changes. First, we're going to go to Whole Foods and plug in and see just how long it takes this car to charge up. So join me as we see just what we can do with this car. After we charge it up, we're then going to go on a trip and see if it can actually get the EPA estimated 14 miles of electric range. Listen to this. Let me just say, the 3-liter supercharged V6 engine does not disappoint. So, you might can drive this thing on electricity, but if you need the extra power, every one of those 416 ponies is called up to take you just as fast as you need to go, as quickly as you want. Okay, let's hope the charging station is available. Might have to wait a few minutes. Oh, hallelujah, look at that. It's open on one side. But that's all it needs, because it's just one. Now when you get out of the car, the charge port will be unlocked, just like all the doors. And then you're going to grab this little rubber piece, pull it, and hang it right here. Then we go to our charging station. Thank you, Whole Foods, for this amenity. We're going to disconnect. And we're going to plug in. And as you can see, we're charging. And now we can walk into Whole Foods and we're going to see just how long it takes to charge. Right now, it's about 1:34. So we're going to see just how long it'll take to charge. And one other thing to note, the charge port is locked into the cable. So now we don't have to worry about somebody walking by and unplugging this. Alright, so now the car is charging, and we're going to see just how long it takes. Like I said earlier, it's about 1:35 p.m. And so now I'm just going to go in Whole Foods and check it out because I've never been in there before. I hear it's got some pretty good food, so we'll see what it's got. And I'll check in back with y'all in just a little bit. Covered almonds and a 49-cent bottle of water. Alright, so we're at about 92%. There was another person drove up. She has the exact same model car as this, and she wanted to plug in while she was shopping, so I went ahead and let her charge up while she's shopping, and so we're going to see what we can do with about a 92% charge. But I've got it in e-charge mode, and I'm going to see if I can get it up to 100% before we start the range test. Alright everybody, I drove the car for a few miles to get us up to 100% charge, and we're at about 99% right now, so this should give us a pretty good indication of what the range on this car is like. I'm going to zero out the trip odometer, and we're going to see how far we can go before the gas engine cuts on. We've got 0 miles showing, and I'm now going to put the car into e-power mode, and that will keep us in electric only driving until the car can no longer sustain our driving without turning on the gasoline engine. So let's see how far we can make it. I'll say that the regenerative braking in this car is actually pretty good. You can still feel when you transition from regen braking to your physical brakes, but you can do most of your braking with just the regen braking, and I really like it. The key to getting the most out of your range is gentle acceleration and gentle braking. There is a section on the tachometer that shows you when you're transitioning from physical brakes to regen braking, and so you can really modulate your braking to where when you're slowing down, you're only using the electric motor to slow you down. That's putting battery back into your vehicle, and it's helping to save wear and tear on the physical brakes. So it saves you money, gives you a quieter driving experience, and it means that you can go farther on electricity. Now, let's continue this drive and see just how far we can go. Going down this hill is a great spot to charge up the battery, slowing down. I have now turned us around right before you get to the Dogwood Mall in Flowood, and we have about 9 miles on the odometer, and we still are at about 52% battery. So we're heading back to the dealership now, and then we're going to get on the interstate some, and we're going to see how far we can go on what's left of the battery. So stay tuned and keep riding with me. Now we're sitting at about 29% battery capacity, and we're at 13.5 miles traveled. And now we are entering onto the interstate, and we're going to see how long we can keep the battery going while traveling at interstate speeds. I'm going to try to keep the speed at 60 to 65 miles per hour, since the speed limit is 60 in this area. Accelerating, I'm going to try to keep it in all electric mode while accelerating, and I'm just going to accelerate pretty gently, but not absurdly slowly. This car is able to travel up to about 72 miles per hour in all electric mode. So we're up to 60, 62, 63, 64, and I'm going to set cruise at 64 miles per hour, and we're going to travel on to the dealership. Alright, we hit 16 miles, and while going up this hill, we got down to 20% capacity, and the gasoline engine was called on. So, the gas engine comes on at 20% when you're going at least about 65 miles per hour. And so what that means is that when you have a full charge, you're able to go, at least in this case, I was able to go 16 miles on electricity before we had to start using the supercharged V6. So I was actually able to beat the EPA numbers, and that was with, I'd say, a couple miles of driving on the interstate. So depending on where you live and how you drive, you could probably get 18 or 20 miles if you drove very gently and in low speed areas. But you saw that in the city traffic, we actually were able to beat the EPA numbers before we even got onto the interstate. Now, I'm sure that the interstate numbers will be lower because you have more wind resistance at higher speeds. But I have to say that I am fairly impressed with how well the car performed, and it really wasn't underpowered when we were in all-electric mode. But if I needed the extra power, all I had to do was step on the accelerator a little bit harder, and I would have gotten full power. So all in all, I would say this was a successful test, and I was pretty pleased with the results. So if you're interested in a Porsche Cayenne like this one at an affordable price, check out Mercedes-Benz of Jackson's website, where they've got this and several other vehicles that are great prices and are very efficient. This is the only plug-in hybrid they have right now, but I tell you, it's a pretty nice one. This has been a Magnolia charging video. Today we tested the range of a Porsche Cayenne plug-in hybrid, and we found that it was able to go, at least in this instance, 16 miles on all-electric power before having to switch to the gasoline motor. I will say that I'm fairly impressed with the vehicle, and I think it's worth checking out. Now, if you want to see more videos like this, including full reviews and range tests, and find out little interesting facts about vehicles like this, go to magnoliacharging.com and go to our YouTube channel at Magnolia Charging and subscribe so that you get notified when we post videos. This has been Landon Tucker with Magnolia Charging. Thank you for watching and have a great day. By the way, if you want to see a review of this vehicle and all of the features and amenities that it offers, you can find a full review at magnoliacharging.com or on our YouTube channel at Magnolia Charging. And don't forget to subscribe while you're there so you can get all of our latest videos when they're posted.